Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome back to English online classes again. This video also has been recorded as part of ICET Public School online classes. Today there is a very special for you, a surprise for you. It may not be a surprise but a special treat today's class. Today I am also like you will be just a watcher, just watching the video, and we can all together enjoy this video. You are presenting your thoughts and imagination about the topic. I'm coming to today. Our topic is, none other than our poem written by Barber Carpenter. Name of the poem is Forest Fires. In this forest fires, I'm not going to the details. We can give many interpretations to the poem. That all I will tell you, not in detail. I will here and there I will come and tell you that first of all I would like to invite Neha Naseem from grade 8 to explain this poem. So she has explained the poem very nicely. In a very impressive manner she has done it. She is reading the poem, the whole poem first time she is reading and explaining in a very without any delay, with taking minimum words in simple way. She has explained it, and while she was explaining she is giving the word meaning also on the screen, so it is very attractive and also useful for you. I know it. And she concluded it also very nicely, that with a message, giving a message to the students and to those who are watching this video. She has left a message also. Please, you can watch this. I welcome Neha Naseem to explain this poem in her own words. Let us watch.
Good morning everyone. I am Neha Naseem from 8th Standard. I am studying in ICET Public School. Today we are going to discuss about a poem named Forest Fires. It is written by Barber Carpenter. This poem talks about how much destruction can be caused through a single human's carelessness. So let's get into the poem. Someone dropped a burning match, unheeded by the way. It caught on fire some underbrush. Its user did not say. From grass to branch, from brush to tree, so stealthily it ran, that no one ever guessed or knew just where that fire began. Someone built a campfire and failed to put it out. The breeze came and quickened, its embers spread about. And soon the woods were blazing, the fire spread and spread. The trees that took long years to grow stand blackened now and dead. Someone saw a little fire as he was passing by. He did not stop to put it out. He did not even try. He had not started it, of course. He had no time to spare. That it might start a forest fire, he did not even care. Now let's talk about the summary of this poem. So in this poem Forest Fires, there are 3 stanzas. And in the first stanza, there is a person who left a burning matchstick, and this is little tiny, no one could notice it, and it caught some fire on underbrush. The underbrush in this poem means a group of bushes that grows under trees or woods. So it caught some fire on the underbrush and it spread quietly, very quietly. No one didn't notice that this fire was spreading, and it soon turned into a massive forest fire. It spread so quietly that no one didn't know where this thing had first began. So that's in the first stanza. And in the second stanza, there's this person who built a campfire, of course for camping, and he didn't put this fire out. After he left, a little breeze just went and it spread those embers of that campfire. Embers means that the red hot pieces of wood after the fire was burned out. and these embers carried little fires, started a massive fire little by little, and the whole forest was on fire. So in the forest fire, the trees that took long years to grow means that we all know how long it will take for a little sapling to become a big tree, right? I mean, it took a long time, a lot of years. And those trees which took a long year to grow are now burnt and dead. That's in the second stanza. And now in the third stanza, there's this person who was passing by and he saw a little burning fire, but he didn't stop to put it out. Means that he had no time to spare. Means he's busy. He was busy, that's why he didn't put that fire out. But that little fire soon turned into a big forest fire. It wasn't this person's fault because he was busy, right? He had no time to put that little fire out. But if he had put that fire out, it might not turn into such a disastrous forest fire. So, in short, this poem tells that humans do not care about little things, and these little things might turn into disaster in the future, just like all those persons in this poem was. Nobody didn't care about that little piece of fire, but if they did care about that, it might not cause so much destruction to that big forest. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Neha Nasim. It was very nice explanation. Now you also may think. I told you the poem we can take in we can interpret in any way. The first stanza, as she said that someone dropped, is an activity that happening unknowingly, not intentionally. Okay, on the way passing by, just dropped a matchstick. And forgot to put out the fire. So that's by mistake. Okay, anyone can. So this we can take in a way that we might have done so many mistakes in our life, knowingly or unknowingly. Correct. So unknowingly when we are doing it, there is no way. Knowingly when we are doing, we should be punished. Or who is doing? Who should be punished? Correct. So here the first stanza is talking about quite incidental, or we can quite accidental. That is correct. Quite accidental it is. It may happen to anyone. It is like that only. So in that first stanza is talking about such a quite natural and unknowingly, not unintentionally happening by coincidental that happens like that. So that's talking about in that verse. So we can take it as okay, I will tell you that. So here next coming Rushda. Rushda is explaining, it is in a very fantastic manner. There is no words to that means to give her, to explain about her. That is, she has given a very brief description about the poem. Very, very nicely she has given the brief description, but she did not read the entire poem. That's why it is very interesting. Without reading the poem line by line, she is giving in her own words the explanation, and she has explained it in a very nice way, in a very simple way. Moreover, she has given something, what is forest fire mean. That is also she has given scientifically what does it mean, forest fire, how it happened in real forest fire she talking about. That also she has given, and so that's all. You can watch. Let us watch. Let me invite Rushda to just give an explanation about the poem Forest Fire. Okay, let us watch.
Good evening. Today we are going to discuss about the poem Forest Fires. So, the author of the poem Forest Fires is Barber Carpenter. So, Barber Carpenter is born on 15th March 1927 and his death is on 2nd December 2005 at the age of 78 in USA. And now we can discuss more about Martley Barber Carpenter. So, Martley Barber Carpenter is a published author. A published credit of Martley Barber Carpenter is The Three Wise Old Owls, which is a play for the younger children. And Forest Fires is also an important poem of Martley Barber Carpenter. And now we can discuss about the poem. The famous poem by Martley Barber Carpenter depicts the theme of carelessness of the pupil who litter here and there. Pupils throw matchstick without knowing the consequences that might occur when they leave. Pupils burn campfires but they leave without putting it off, which leads to the jungle fire and causes such a loss to flora and fauna. Even when people see that there is little fire starting to burn, they don't stop to put it off. And now we can just take a look to the meaning of forest fires. So the meaning of forest fires is that the fire which set off naturally by the heat of sun falling on dry leaves continuously tend the leaves to burn. And now we can discuss more about the poem. The poem Forest Fire talks about human carelessness and how it causes the nature so much devastation. It talks about how the fire might have started from as little as a small burning matchstick that might have been thrown by a camper, and how it must have been overlooked by people passing by. The poem Forest Fires tells about human carelessness that I have already said and how it caused the nature so much devastation. It says someone has left a burning matchstick in the way and the fire started spreading. The forest knight has caught fire due to carelessness of a pupil who has thrown a burning matchstick over there. It must have been overlooked by many people passing by. They did not care to stop it, to put it out, even not care to stop to put it off. He did not even try to put it off or care that. So now we can come to an end of this discussion. So the poet Martley Barber Carpenter concludes that human beings are responsible for the destruction of forest life. If we have careful thought, we can save the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Rushda, for giving us a very good explanation about the poem. I told you, the poem we can connect very easily to our day-to-day life. Now we all are using the public platform like social media. So someone dropped a message. You can you try to read in that way. Someone dropped a message unknowingly. It was wrong. It was not a correct exact message. Unknowingly someone dropped a message, and so maybe in the Facebook or in WhatsApp. Let us take WhatsApp. Okay, then he just dropped the message in his family group. Then slowly that started to, just like a forest fire, someone from that family group, one of the members just forward the message to another group, and it went to another group, and it became just like a forest fire. It spread everywhere, person to person, phone to phone, children to every. You try to read in that way. Do you get the meaning, wider meaning to this poem? So I invite Barish now. He will explain in his own way. His explanation also very nice, very in different manner he is explaining. Actually, when he was recording the video, I told him to record once again because of the video clarity, and I told he was used portrait model. So that's to change into landscape mode and all. So he has taken much effort to that, and he is also explaining it line by. He is also explaining in his own words. That is also very attractive. Let me invite Barish to explain the poem in his own words. Okay, let us watch that.
Good morning all. I am Barish. I'm studying Extended. Today I'm going to tell about a story named Forest Fires. This forest fires has been written after by medley Barber Carpenter. In this poem, the poet is telling about the ignorant ways of people who have done the destruction of the forest. In this poem, there are three stanzas, and this three stanza is defining about three ways of forest fires. In the first stanza, the poet is describing about a person dropped a burning match unnoticed when he was passing by the way, and it caught on some grasses and spread from grass to bush, from bush to tree, and secretly or quickly it went, and no one knew what was the cause of this forest fire, or no one get what was this happening. In the second stanza, the poet is describing about someone had left a campfire and failed to put it out. After he left, a small wind or light wind came and quickened the embers. The embers spread about the forest and it caused the wood to start burning. The flammability of this wood was very strong, and it has spread all about the forest, and the trees that take long years to grow was now dead and blackened. In the third stanza, the poet is describing about a person saw a little fire as he was passing by the forest, but he did not stop to put it out. He actually don't know what will happen when he didn't put it out the fire. And he did not even try because he think that he's not the one who made that fire, so why does he put it out? And that might be the cause of another forest fire. So that was the last stanza of our poem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Barish. He has done, stanza by stanza he has explained. First, second, third, like that he has explained. Then I told the second stanza of the poem, the tone of the poem or the message has become little more serious than the first stanza. That the first, it was unknowingly it was happening, unintentionally it was happening. So it was coincidental first. The second, it is knowingly campfire making. That is deliberately. Sure, definitely. Deliberately making the campfire. And if anyone is making campfire, it's not wrong. He can make, but he should able to put out it before leaving the place. He must ensure, he or they or she must ensure that completely shut down the fire. So that he did not do. He left the place. Leaving such a campfire, that means unheeded, that's quite wrong. So here you can compare in that way. Someone is putting a message, knowingly a fake message, creating and posting in a group. Knowingly is creating a fake message just for fun. Okay, just for a fun, just for to know to prank others, he has done a fake message. So you try to read in that way. In WhatsApp, somebody put, just instead of a campfire, somebody put a fake message knowingly to prank others, just for an entertainment. Campfire also as part of entertainment, no? So you can connect in that way. So here in this next, I'm not explaining the poem. This next coming, Fatima Minha. Fatima Minha has explained it very beautifully in the poem, in another words. And what makes her different is that she is explaining it lane by lane. Moreover, she has given the textbook also, and she is giving the voiceover to that, as she had difficulties to record the video. She has very nicely she has done, even if she didn't have the book. She didn't have the books, but she explained it very, very, very nicely. She has done it. And finally, at the end of that video, she has left a message also. I won't say that message. What's her message? You can watch this video. Let me invite Minha, please.
Hi, my name is Fatima Minha, okay, and in this video we are going to talk about the poem Forest Fire, which was written by Barber Carpenter. So in this video we can see the more about the forest fire. So let's go to the first stanza. Someone dropped a burning match unheeded by the way. It caught on fire some underbrush. Its user did not stay from grass to brush, from brush to tree. So stealthily it ran that no one ever guessed or knew just where that fire began. So someone, we don't know who is that. So someone dropped a burning match. We know that matchstick. So someone dropped a burning matchstick on the way. So it caught on fire some underbrush. In some bushes or some bushes it caught fire, and then from the grasses to grasses it spreaded, then to trees it was spreading all over. So but that user didn't stay, that who the person who kept that or who dropped that burning match ran away from the, so that it was highly spreading, so that no one knows that from where that fire began or who do that one. So in the next stanza, someone built a campfire and failed to put it out. A breeze came and quickened the embers spread about, and soon the woods were blazing. The trees, the fire spread and spread. The trees that took long years to grow stand blackened now and dead. Someone built a campfire and failed to put it out. A breeze was coming, and soon the woods were blazing. The fire spread and spread. Was highly spreading. It was a forest, no? So the trees were near and near. So it was highly spreading. So we know that trees take more time to grow, or years and years to grow and to become thick and tall. So that trees which took long years to grow stands blackened. It was on that fire it took blackened, and the leaves were not there. All was not there. So it was like a dead tree. It was blackened, dark color due to that fire. Leaves were gone, everything was gone. So in the last stanza, someone saw a little fire as he was passing by. He did not stop to put it out. He did not even try. He had not started it, of course. He had no time to spare that it might start a forest fire. He did not even care. So this poem explains about the human's carelessness. So so in the last stanza it was saying that someone saw that fire, a little fire. Actually it was spreading highly, but it was almost spreading highly. So someone saw a little fire there. So he was passing by there. So he saw a little fire. He did not stop to put it out. He even tried. So he didn't try to stop the fire, or he didn't done anything to stop that fire. He had not started it. Of course he had not started anything to to stop that fire, or to stop that spreading of fire. He didn't even do anything. So that in the last two lines, that it might start a forest fire, he did not even care. So he had always, we think that we don't have any time. I have no time to spend here. So he also thought like that, he do not have time to spare. So he know that it could be a forest fire, it would be largely spread, so it causes many damages. He knows that, but he did not even care about that, and he had went. So that's all about the poem. I think you all had understood the poem, and thank you.
Thank you, Minha. You see, very nice explanation she has given. Orally, she has done it very. I told you, that message somebody left knowingly, made a fake message, and there are if the situation also support that. For example, here in the second stanza is talking about the fire. He left the campfire, okay, and it was burning, and the wood pieces were there, wind was there. These are the positive element to enhance the fire, okay. It is enough to trigger a forest fire. Like that, when we make, when not we, someone make, or somebody make a fake message, if the situation also, someone added to some more news to that, and others added another news to that, and like that it became a big propaganda. Just like a forest fire, it will become a big propaganda. So here in the poem, it is talking about woods, blazing woods, were burning wood pieces were there. That is enough, no? And wind was there. Okay, talking about breeze, it was there, and it was hot season also. So it is easily it will get fire. Like that, these are the circumstances that also support to spread the fake news. Now I don't like to that means extend my words. Now Farida is coming. Farida will explain in her own beautiful voice. She is explaining it in different way, but she is a bit tired. She has even if she was not well, she has done it in a, she was not feeling well, and did very nice job, explained the event and explaining everything line by line. She has done it well. So you see, let me please, Farida, please explain it.
Hi, my name is Farida, and today I'm gonna tell a poem, which is its name is Forest Fire, and it's written by Barber Carpenter. So there are 3 stanzas, and the first stanza it tells about a person who came to the woods. He had or she had a burning match, and just dropped it without no attention or without unknowingly just dropped it into, and it fell into an object, like maybe grass, maybe under the bush or a tree. Anyways, it starting to spread from the grass, so it must be fell into the grass. So it first spread to the grass, then to the bush, then bush to tree. So it was, spreading so steadily. And after that, the people who came to, watering, they couldn't even know, or they couldn't even find it, how, and, they couldn't even guess it, from where did it start, and so on. And the second one, it says, a gang or group of friends, or maybe a gang or something, anyways, a person, they came to the woods and they had a campfire. And they went to their home, but they forget one thing, and that is they forget to put the fire. They forget to put it out, and because of their fail or because of their forgetfulness, the fire started spreading so fastly because of the breeze. And it was so hot in that woods. It was really, really hot. And then there will be some trees and plants which took so long to grow. They became, they became so black, and it's time for their death. The third stanza, it tells about a person who was, walking near to the woods, and he was passing through a little fire. He saw the fire. He was like, should I have to go there and fix it? I mean, spare it, like fixing it, or should I have to go? Because he already know if he didn't fix it, there will be surely, 100% surely, because of the breeze, will become bigger and bigger fire and make forest fire. But surely he didn't even try to put it out. So this is what forest fire tells about. So the moral, the poems, I don't know, I have only heard that in stories only there is moral, but I made a moral by myself. So the moral of mine is, when you saw a problem, when you saw a person who is fighting, try to go there and solve it. If you couldn't solve it, at least calm them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Farida. Actually, Farida was burning, Did you notice that? She also was burning in the campfire or in the forest fire. So let me tell you what I was telling. Yes, fake messages, propagandas, that all being discussed in this stanza, second stanza. The third stanza is, there comes for each and every individual the responsibility of every person. If somebody happen to see such a situation, such a fake news message spreading in WhatsApp group, what we have to do? That is talking about the third stanza. Danish, yes, please come. Danish will explain very nicely the poem. It is a different explanation. He has done, just as if I am doing. Reading the stanza by stanza, reading the lines and explaining his own explanation to that each stanza separately. He has given first, second, like that. He has given the the explanation to that. It is very impressive, very nice. Danish also is a very good, very nice voice. Also he has very that means independent manner. He has done it. Okay, let us invite Danish, please.
Hello everybody, today I am going to tell you about a poem named The Forest Fire, written by Barber Carpenter. So, the poem first stanza is, someone dropped a burning match unheeded by the way. It caught on fire some underbrush, its user didn't stay. From grass to tree, from grass to brush, from brush to grass, so stealthily it ran that no one ever guessed or knew just from where the fire began. This first stanza means that someone dropped a burning match while passing away, but he didn't notice it. It caught on fire on some underbrush. In the brush, it is meaning the group of bushes, but it caught on fire from the bush, the poet is saying that from the grass to bush, from the bush to the tree, the fire so fastly it spread that no one knew that from where the fire began. So the second stanza is, someone built a campfire and failed to put it out. A breeze came and quickened, the embers spread about, and soon the woods were blazing. The fire spread and spread. The trees that took long years to grow stand blackened now and dead. Someone built a campfire. So this is how the second stanza is starting. The second stanza says that someone built a campfire and he didn't put it out completely. The embers, which means the wood that were burning, were quickened, or it was the fire, the small fire in it became very big when a breeze came. And the fire, that small fire, spread and spread and caused a forest fire. At last of the stanza, the poet is saying that the trees that took many long years to grow now were blackened and dead. In the third stanza, poet is saying, someone saw a little fire as he was passing by. He did not stop to put it out. He didn't even try. He had not started it, of course, but he had no time to spare, that it might start a forest fire that he did not even care. In the third stanza, the poet is saying that someone saw a little fire as he passed by, but he didn't even put it out. He did not even try. He didn't start the fire, of course, but he had no time to spare. He did not even care that he might start a forest fire. Thank you for watching my video.
Okay, thank you Danish for this nice explanation. I told last stanza of the poem is talking about the responsibilities of me and you and everybody. So that is, we may think like that. Actually, who made the fake news? Not me. Whereas I'm not responsible. What I did, such an expression. So who has done is let him finish it off. I'm not going to, going to spread the news, and I did not do anything. It is not my responsibility. This is an attitude talking about the third stanza of the poem. Somebody saw the little fire and he just passed by. Even not, he did not try to put it out. Okay, he thought that it's none of my business. So this is our social responsibility. Just focusing on our social responsibility to fight against any evil. Okay, so no, I'm not taking much words about this. Now coming Rena Avi. Rena Avi, you see how beautifully she has explained. She has the, you might learn that how to begin a topic. She has begun the topic in a well manner. Well begun is often, such a way, very nicely she introduced herself, then started explanations and reading the poem. Along with she's reading the poem also, explaining also, very nicely.
Good morning, I am Rana Evi of grade 8. Today in this video I am going to explain about the poem The Forest Fires penned down by the poet the mitral Barber Carpenter. So she was the 20th century's poet and author who was more involved in writing for children. So in this poem, she truly explained about the human behavior which led to the devastation of our environment. So also this poem begins with an incident which also led to the devastation of our environment. So a person unknowingly dropped a burning match which caught some fire for underbrush. Underbrush means some group of bushes which grows under the trees and woods. So this fire spread from grass to bush, bush to brush, brush to trees and so on. So no one knows from where did this fire begin. So maybe maybe a person failed to put out a campfire. Then a breeze fastened and the embers start to spread out. Embers means small pieces of wood, burning wood, which led to the forest firing. And this fire spread and spread and spread and spread. Then the trees, which took years, fastened, and the embers start to spread out. Embers means small pieces of wood, burning wood, which led to the forest firing. And this fire spread and spread and spread and spread. Then the trees, which took years and years to grow up, in minutes became blackened and dead. And someone saw a little firing as he was passing by. But he didn't stop and try to put it off that fire. He did not mind that. Maybe he don't have time to spare, but he even didn't care that. So in this poem, the poet truly said that we should be careful about our environment and we should save our environment. In this poem, this poet says that due to the carelessness of that person, this fire spread that whole forest and that devastation happened to our environment. So we should be careful and we should save our environment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rena Mariam. Really, I made a mistake. I told that she's reading the poem. No, actually, she's not reading. Correct? She was explaining the poem in her own words without reading the poem lines. That's why it became very impressive to everyone. This is the responsibility, our social responsibility, to rectify the mistakes. If it is done by us, if it is done by others. Sometimes teachers will make mistake in the classes. So you don't come to justify while writing the examination, sir or miss, you only said this. What? So this is our social responsibility. If you have learned a foul message or anything wrong, anyone can. So we should be receptive also. If anyone is coming and trying to rectify us, we have to accept it. That is the social life. It is like that. So don't say that I did not put the matchstick. It is not my. Who did it? Not me. That's not a fair way of life. Let me invite. Next who is coming, Rena Mariam. Rena Mariam has explained the poem in a very imaginative way. In her own imagination, we can see she has done it, taken the poem wholeheartedly and reproducing the meaning to the lines. That is very nice to watch. Everybody can watch it. So let us watch that. Please come, Rena Mariam, to explain the poem.
Hi everyone, I'm Rana and today I'm going to give you a very short summary on the poem Forest Fire. This poem is written by Barber Carpenter. In this poem, she has cunningly noted all the three dark spots of a human being, like carelessness, selfishness, and also laziness. Let's go to the poem. In this poem, there are mainly three stanzas. In the first one, she is talking about the carelessness. In the second, laziness. In the third, selfishness. So in the first one, she is saying that a man was walking through the forest path. At that time, he just dropped a burning matchstick. He didn't care about the fire on the matchstick because it was small. And he just dropped it and he went away. But the fire on the matchstick didn't stop them. The fire from the matchstick just got into a leaf, from the leaf to the whole ground, from the ground to the bushes to trees, and the forest fire good. So that man didn't care about a small fire which led to a big one. In the second one, she is saying that about laziness with an example. A man just built a campfire and for protecting himself, and he was lazy to put it out, and he just went away. But the fire was there, the campfire was there, and when the wind came, that was got into a tree and the forest fire occurred. So he was lazy to put it down, which led to a big forest fire. In the third stanza, she is saying about selfishness. A man saw a bush on fire. He knew that a forest fire occur when if this bush will catch into a tree, the fire from the bush. So he just think that I wasn't the one who started, then why should I end it? So he thought that I don't want to do it because I wasn't the one who started, then why should I take a risk on it? So he just walked away. He just walked away from protecting himself. He didn't care about the tree or the forest. In the last two lines of this poem, the poet says that the beauty of the forest was built for years, by years. It took many years to build the beauty of the forest. And because of the human activity like the laziness, selfishness, and also carelessness, the beauty of the forest was burnt into ashes. So I'm concluding my words. Thank you.
Thank you, Rana Mariam, for giving us a very good explanations. Excellent explanation she has done. Finally, altogether the poem we can connect with in everyday activities. Okay, that something happening unknowingly, something deliberately we are making, and our social commitment and responsibility to solve and to make and rectify every unwanted or every foul, every evil situations as a human being, to take the as a take it as an opportunity to rectify. Don't pass by, please. You do not pass by any evil or unwanted situation, like, because you and me, everybody having the responsibility. Don't say, sir, not me, she did it, he did it, I did not do. No, that's not. I can see that, I can hear many times in classrooms. So leave it that. Not like that. Finally, Michelle is coming. Michelle has come as a teacher. Just like a teacher, she is explaining that, reading the lines and explaining that line by lines, and finally she has given an advice also. You see, I won't say the what is the advice also at the end of her class. She is giving very nicely, she has done it, but she was a little, I think, to face the camera, she has some problems, but you see how she has explained it very nicely.
I am Michelle, studying in 8th standard in ICT Public School, Kodur. In this video, I am going to tell about a poem called Forest Fires, written by M. Barber Carpenter. This poem tells us that we should never put a fire and ignore it, which can cause forest fires, which means the destruction of forests. Forest fires. In the first stanza, which is, someone dropped a burning match unheaded by the way, it caught on fire same underbrush, its user didn't stay. From grass to brush, from brush to trees, so stealthily it ran that no one ever guessed or knew just where that fire began. So this tells us an incident. The incident is that someone dropped a lighted match, and the fire in the lighted match spreaded in the grass, and the fire in the grass spreaded in the brushes, and brushes to trees, and then it became a big forest fire. And nobody never knew how this fire began. The second stanza is, someone built a campfire and failed to put it out. A breeze came and quickened, the embers spread about, and soon the woods were blazing, the fire spread and spread, the trees that took long years to grow stand blackened now and then. So it just means another incident, which is, someone built a campfire and didn't put it out. So when a big breeze came, its embers started to spread, and then it became a big forest fire which was blazing in the woods, and the trees which had a long time to grow stand blackened and dead. So in this stanza we can understand that never fail to put out a campfire. The third stanza is, someone saw a little fire as he was passing by. He did not stop to put it out. He did not even try. He had not started it, of course. He had no time to spare. That it might start a forest fire, he did not even care.
This is another incident which is someone saw a little fire. Of course, he didn't start it, but when he was passing, he saw the fire but didn't even put it out. He didn't even try to put this fire out. So, because of that, it will became a big forest fire. So what? He didn't even care about that. So, in this video and the poem, I just want to say that never fail to put out fire. It can become a big forest fire. A little fire can make a big trouble. Thank you.
Anyway, thank you all. How was the class? You see, when you are doing, it becomes more attractive than I am alone. Just it's not a monologue now. Let us try again with another topic like this. There are many students who did not take part in this. Definitely, they will get an opportunity. They will get a chance in with another topic in different manner. We can meet again. Now the video became little lengthy because of I have tried to include everybody in the video. I did not go for any selection in this classes. So let us enjoy. We can do again. Till then, I'm taking a short break. Thank you. Have a nice day. Be at home and be safe. Have a nice day.